vocabulary is a big problem. So good boost to learning vocabulary is learning through root words. Now root words basically are the words which are part of a word. It might be at the start of the word, it might be in the middle of the word, or it might be in the end, at the end of the word. So something like bene. Now B-E-N-E, bene means good. So good or something which is useful. So benefit, beneficial, benefactor, and bon also means good. So bona fide means good intentions, right? Bonne nuit means good night. Bon voyage means happy journey. So when you start learning through root words, what happens is that you can actually learn many words through one single root. And similarly, so these kinds of root words videos are there in the Mindworks channel done by me. You can search for the root words video and learn through them. Trying to learn through prefix and suffix. Now prefixes are words that are at the start of the word. So something like a word A, if it comes at the beginning of a word, it takes away the quality. Like theist, T-H-E-I-S-T, theist means to believe in God. Atheist means a person who does not believe in God, right? So so social means one who likes to mix with people. Asocial means or unsocial. So un or a, when it comes in front of a word, it takes away the actual meaning. It changes the meaning to the opposite. So that is the prefix. Suffixes come at the end of the word. Sometimes root words are also prefix and suffix. And suffixes like L-O-G-Y, logy. Logy means study. So whenever you have, so biology. So bio means life. So study of life or natural things. So that is biology, right? So these prefixes, suffixes and root words will actually help you push your vocabulary quite a bit. So try to use this tips. When you're reading your newspapers, and newspapers are, an important source from which you can read and understand, or you're reading books or magazines, try to first read the article in one go and understand as much as you can. Maybe you are not able to understand every word of it, so it doesn't matter. Don't keep breaking your flow of reading and checking every word in the dictionary, because one, it becomes very boring. The second, it becomes very prolonged, it becomes very long and lengthy, and then you might not do it again. So keep a target that I'm going to read 2 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs, and then make sure that after you finish your reading, then you check up the words that you did not understand. So see the meanings of the word and note them down in your vocabulary register or your notebook, whatever you have. That is something. So first the one reading, then you check your words, and if needed, read it again, because maybe you did not understand it. Try to understand the words not only through their meanings, but in the context that it is used. So say if it is an economics related word and it is talking about demand and supply, and maybe you don't know the meaning of demand and supply, but it is saying that the demand is less if the price is more, and so production is less, therefore supply is also less. So then you can take a guess that if price is more, then obviously the demand, meaning when people want something and it's high priced, the demand is less. So demand is something that you want or you ask for, and the production is less, so there's less of stuff in the market. So supply is related to the stuff that is coming into the market after production. So you can take a guess of the meanings of the word from the context of the sentence, from the context of the paragraph. That will happen more and more as you become a better reader, and your vocabulary will also improve, and your contextual understanding of your vocabulary will also improve. So in today's session, I'm going to be talking about the importance of watching something that is recorded rather than watching random television. See, you can see the news, etc. definitely, but apart from that, watch YouTube videos or watch your Netflix or something which you can revise again. So if it is a knowledge based thing or it is something related to learning, then maybe you may not catch the information the first time. So make sure you try to learn from things which you can replay and see again and again, so that you find it better. The second point for today is that keep reviewing what you are learning. So revising and reviewing is very, very important. Now many students, what they do, they are in a hurry to move forward, due to which they just learn one day and keep on moving forward, but they don't review and they don't revise. Now revising is something which is very important, because unless you are revising, our memory begins to fade. So it's a scientifically proven thing that you have to learn something up to 11 to 12 times. You have to move it in your mind again and again, so that you remember it. So if you are forgetting your vocabulary, you're forgetting your meanings, say you've just done 2-3 revisions, don't get scared. Up to 11 times it has to move in your head, then you remember it properly. So weekly revision, daily revision, and then fortnightly, every 2 weeks, every month revision. These are things that you have to do. Keep 10 minutes aside for revision every day, apart from the normal tasks that you have assigned yourself. Create structure into your communication, whether it is writing or speaking. So whenever you have to say something, create the thought of that idea in your mind and then have a structure. Just like, say, you are asked to give a speech about something or some topic. You have to first define the topic, introduction, then explain about that topic, talk about the positives and negatives about that topic, and then give your conclusion and suggestion. So use these ideas of structuring for your writing also and for your speaking also. When you structure your ideas, you can communicate better. And when you are structuring your idea, keep your points in mind, especially when you are speaking. Because if you create sentences in your mind, you might forget them. So make sure you are structuring your idea. My next tip is, make sure that you keep track of your punctuation. Now your punctuation means the pauses, the commas, etc. That is again very, very important. So very a famous quotation that is there is, woman without her man is nothing. Now if you say this without punctuation, without any commas or without stopping, then it will be woman without her man is nothing. Now if we give it the right pauses, the right punctuation, woman and then a comma, without her man is nothing, then it makes more sense. So give your stresses, your punctuations, your commas at the right place, and you will see that you improve your power of speaking, your power of writing, and you become more and more confident about your English. That keep a diary or a journal and just keep jotting down your thoughts, noting down your thoughts, whatever you want to talk about in English. So make shorter sentences, as I have told in my earlier videos also. Make shorter sentences and keep writing your thoughts. And then you will see, like, you start writing 2-3 sentences daily and then start increasing that every day. So you will see by the end of the week, by the end of 10-15 days, you have actually written so many points. And then start making that into an essay or into an article, something that you would want to communicate about. With the right punctuation, the right grammar, get it checked by somebody. You can use chat rooms and forums like the Facebook, etc., where they have English speaking groups. You can have online chat rooms and forums where you can communicate with others, or at best just record with yourself. So that is the first point that I wanted to say. Keep your journal, keep writing, keep recording, and start using English to communicate. My My next point is about exposure to English. So we've talked about seeing serials or seeing recorded videos, etc. on YouTube. Together with it, we have also talked about reading the right things. Now today, I want to talk about the power of listening, So just keep English radio or English music on, and so that everybody has got access to radio or FM or something. So where you can listen to more and more English. Podcasts and audios are again a very, very informative way to learn and to speak English better. So when the right thing goes into your ears, the right thing will come out of your mouth also. So listen to podcasts. You can be doing anything, keep it on so that you can hear more and more of English more often and without making an effort, so that it starts coming naturally to you. The power of dictation. The power of dictation basically is that you keep audio's player on and start writing down, or you keep the news on television, or any video on or audio on, or ask your friend to just read out the newspaper, and you can just start jotting down what you hear. Now when you start writing what is being spoken, the correct English, your confidence about writing improves. Also keep a dictionary handy. With a dictionary, you can make sure that you are checking the spellings, etc. Some people also prefer to type instead of writing down. That's up to you. But make sure you are not using any slangs or short forms. Write the full words so that you can later put it on a spell check, check the dictionary meaning of the words, and see whether you are making any spelling or any grammatical errors. So when you listen to the right thing and you note it down, just note down what you are listening. That really helps you gain a lot of confidence. And this I've noticed, that students and people who want to learn anything, they hear, they see, but they even speak, but they don't want to write. So writing is very, very important. Take dictations of paragraphs, of sentences, and just check how you are faring. That's important to improve your writing skills. Also important to improve your spellings, your grammar, and your ideas of English language in your mind. The next pointer that I want to talk about is actually related to be positive. Now sometimes you feel that you're not progressing as much as you really wanted to. So in that case, what you'll have to do is just keep going daily about your work. Don't look for results every 2 days or 3 days. Give at least 10 to 15 days to notice a 5 to 10% improvement. Sometimes the progress will be slow, sometimes it will be very fast also. So all days, all the times are not the same. Be positive and keep doing your work. What happens when you get nervous, and how do you overcome that? So when you get nervous, you start forgetting whatever you had thought about. Your throat seems, your mouth becomes dry. Your thoughts just fly out of your mind. You become blank. And then you become very anxious, very, very confused as to what and how you are going to speak. So if that happens with you, if that hesitation, that nervousness is there, then just keep a calm mind before you start your speaking practice, and just take a few deep breaths. So count till 10, take a few deep breaths, and then start your speaking. And tell yourself that I can stop whenever I want. It's not necessary that I have planned a 2-minute session, so I'll not stop in the middle. I can stop. Give yourself, the freedom to make errors. Give yourself the freedom to redo something that you want to do. So that's something which is important to keep your morale up, to lose the negativity that might have come into your mind. My next point is to stay motivated. Look back at the readings that you have done, at the work you have done. Once every week, just revise and see what all you have already done. And you will feel comfortable and happy that now these things seem so easy. So like if reading the Times of India used to be difficult 10, 15, 20 days ago, and when you look back and see 20 days ago what you were reading and today what you are reading, you'll see a lot of difference in your understanding, in your learning, all over. So keep yourself motivated, keep yourself up to looking at the future and looking at the past and seeing your improvement. Get your motivation, get your happiness out of it, and keep moving ahead one step daily at a time. So my first point is don't procrastinate. By procrastinate, I mean don't delay your learning. Some people, always plan. They plan too much and there is very little action. So this is a biggest sign of a system that is going to fail. You think about a plan too much, you get stuff, you make a room and everything, but you don't do the action. So don't procrastinate, don't delay. I'll do it from tomorrow. Now that everybody says, but nobody starts from tomorrow. So you say, I'll do it now. I want to start learning English. I'll start today, I'll start now. I'll start in the next 5 minutes. Let me not delay it. So don't procrastinate is my mantra for you today. My next point is that you are never too old to learn. Some people say, I'm too old to learn this, or I'm too old to learn that. No, that's not true at all. You are never old enough to learn a language or in fact any skill that you want to. So that is something that should not, even if people say, now what is the use? Why do you want to learn it now? You've already done so much in your life. You really don't need English. Please don't let people like those pull you down from what you want to do. Now, I'll share a personal thing with you. I learned swimming when I was close to the age of 40, and I don't think I was too old for it. And now I want to learn how to paint. Maybe when I retire, from teaching, I would really want to learn how to paint and become a good artist. Maybe not good, but at least I would definitely want to try. So similarly, you can also start trying, and you are never too old to learn anything, especially a language. Start using resources for learning which are at your comfortable level. Don't use something which is very, very easy, because that will, demotivate you. I already know this, it will bore you. And if you use something which is very challenging, very difficult, that might just frustrate you, because that's too difficult for you to start off right now. So try different levels of books, magazines, articles, newspaper, even listening to different things. Whatever level you are comfortable at, which is a little challenging, yet it is not too easy for you, a little difficult, but you can manage it. Start with that level and then keep challenging yourself and keep improving your level, a daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly. So that is what you have to realize and start. So search for your correct level and then start with the resources from that level. People will tell you a lot of things, do from there, do from there. You do from where you are comfortable. There is no best level of starting to learn. You can start at any level. Whatever you are comfortable with, start those resources. You are learning. There are, many types of, people say that there are many types of English, like British English, American English, and this, and Indian English also. So don't worry about that. You learn what you are comfortable at. Start with Indian English, and then you can graduate to British or American English. The English is English. Actually, there is no difference. It's just maybe the accent or the way of speaking, etc., which might be different, a few words which might be used, differently. But other than that, it's all the same. So no need to worry about it. Start your work. Don't worry about your accent. So, you can speak in whatever accent you already have. You just have to pronounce the words properly and speak the language correctly. You don't need to have a British or an American accent or speak like that, because actually it seems very unnatural. Now today, if I start, copying some Hollywood personality or some English personality, it might not suit my own image. So whatever is your manner of speaking, just make sure that your pronunciation of the word is correct and you are speaking grammatically correct sentences. Don't worry about your accent. Let your natural accent take on. There is no shame in having your natural accent. In fact, people who are native speakers, people who belong to countries where English is the first language, they actually appreciate others who are trying to learn. They don't like them copying accents. It's good to be natural. So that is something which is something that should keep you motivated. The next point is about learning words, vocabulary, etc. is keep cue cards, flashcards or cue cards. Now those really help you to memorize. So there are a lot of flashcards. You can just print them or keep them on your mobile in websites like Pinterest and all those. You get those flashcards wherein you have words relating to certain things or places, etc. and you can start learning your vocabulary from there. That really helps.